What's up, people? Hope and pray that all is going well. My name is Charles Phillips. I'm a school counselor, minister, author of the book Conquering Mountains, and the host and founder of the I Am Conquering Mountains podcast. Today is a very special day for a lot of people out there in the world today. Today is Worldwide Suicide Prevention and Awareness Day, and I wanted to take some time to share my story. We're dealing with suicide ideations and my almost suicide attempt. In the past, I was nervous and anxious about sharing this story because of the job that I have, but I'm not in that place that I was, over a decade ago. God has truly blessed me to make it, out of a very dark state of mind that I was in during that time, and it was back when I was in undergrad in college. And what happened was, we were all hanging out one night. And I played college basketball, ran college track, and all the guys were hanging out. And we went up to the roof of the dorm that we were staying in, and I looked over the ledge, and I was like, man, because I usually have a little bit of a fear of heights. Your stomach starts tingling, and you start getting the shakes and nervous. So I jumped back, but then I looked back over the ledge, and I just remember thinking like, man, I could end it all right now, because I was suffering from anxiety disorder before I even knew what anxiety was. I don't even remember hearing the word anxiety back then, and just thinking like, man, I remember looking over that ledge and like, man, I could just end it all right now. So then we went down from the rooftop and went back to hanging out in the dorm rooms or whatever. But then the next night, I went back up. I actually stood on the ledge, actually looked down and was contemplating jumping off, and I remember like I didn't really want to die. I just wanted the pain and the suffering of the anxiety and the depression and the PTSD that I've been diagnosed with now. I just wanted all that to end because I just didn't know what it was that I was dealing with, and I remember just not really wanting to jump off, but wanting to like to stumble and fall off, or a strong wind to blow or something like that. And I thank God that he changed my mind from standing up there and coming down and helping me to clear my mind that night, because God is definitely using me to do some great things. I've had the chance to connect with a lot of great people that God has blessed me to be able to connect with and do some great work with, as far as my job, but also with my podcast, the I Am Conquering Mountains podcast. I just interviewed like my first most popular guest that I've had, Julia Renee. That episode will post this coming Tuesday, September 13th at 5 a.m. So you can definitely check that out on YouTube, on Anchor Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, and Spotify. You can check that out as well. And I just want to, send, a huge, warm prayer for all those out there who are struggling with mental health, are struggling with suicide ideations. I just want you to know that you are not alone. There are people that will hear you out, that will listen to you, there's so many groups out there and so much support out there. And there's the new line that you can call for if you're having those suicide ideations or those suicide thoughts, and you can use that line to get the help that you need. Definitely would recommend reaching out to somebody, because there's always a better solution than taking one's own life. And I pray for those out there who know someone who has taken their own life, who knows someone that has committed suicide in the past. I pray for you as well too. My heart and my prayers are with you as well. And it does take a village, not just to help with our young people, who definitely need us at this time, because they are at a greater risk for suicide, and we just need to make sure that we wrap our loving arms around them as well too. So I just want to make sure that everyone out there knows who's struggling with some form of mental health, who's struggling with suicide ideations, who's contemplating suicide. Just know that you're not alone. You're not by yourself. You're not the only one. It get a little scary It can make one feel like we're alone, but you're not alone. You know, God's got us and we got you. Keep conquering those mountains. Reach out to somebody who, even if you just need to talk or hear someone to hear you out and just vent, you know, reach out to somebody, you know, before you make that decision. You know, keep conquering your mountains, everyone. God bless and may God keep you.